Hey, so this is going to be my fourth and final update from the instructor training in Brighton. I'm heading back to Boston tomorrow, so I just wanted to do a quick recap of the end of the training and what that was like. Over the last couple days, getting ready for testing and all that, we've been doing that stuff, but I've started to look back at my notes, and it's really interesting to start to look at thematically at what we've covered in the training. Day to day, we're looking at really small, specific pieces, but now going back through the notes, I can start to see different threads that have run throughout the duration of the month. And it's almost like you don't even notice some of the nuances as in the moment. But like, we'll look at something about the legs in Tai Chi, say. On the first day, there was stuff we talked about. And then we came back to it 4 or 5 days later, and then we look at it again. And when you actually line up the pieces side by side, what you start to see is that Bruce was looking at it from, like, sort of looking at a ball. You look at it from one side, and the next time you look at it from this angle, then you look at it from this angle, and you, by taking this kind of spherical approach to it, looking at different facets of a subject, you start to develop a sense for the whole. And it's not, the progression that he always teaches in is not linear. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's look at it this way, look at it that way. And it's sort of up to you to put the pieces together to create the whole. So it's exciting to go back and see, I don't know, a dozen different themes like that were woven together in the course of the training. For me, really specifically, I think one of the big teaching takeaways, because I have tons of stuff to practice, and there's tons of stuff in terms of all those progressions that we laid out on a lot of different levels, in terms of ligaments, in terms of joints, in terms of legs, in terms of the energies of the form. There are all these layers to that and progressions that I'll be able to lay out for my students. But personally, for me, I think one of the most exciting ones that I'll be able to bring to people is some really specific technical information about burnout and stress. I mean, if you think about Tai Chi in general, that's kind of what it's known for. It's a relaxation practice, and it looks calming, and the way, everybody's first impression of it is that it's gentle and relaxing. But we actually got in much deeper into the technical stuff in the form that actually makes the softness of Tai Chi really work. So it's not, I always contrast it to the couch potato model of relaxation, where we live in this culture where we think, okay, just go 24/7, and when you want to relax, pass out on the couch in front of the TV. So we have these two extremes. Tai Chi, as a sort of an antidote to stress, though, works on relaxation, but it's a little more complicated than that. It's not, relaxation isn't just flop. Relaxation has to do much more with your capacity to put energy out and take energy in. So there's some really interesting technical stuff in terms of being able to absorb and nourish the body that is really Tai Chi's strong suit, that you're not going to get in this kind of fast-paced, go, very young, very revved up kind of mentality. Instead, Tai Chi has a way of building the nervous system and building the body up so that it can rest, absorb, and regenerate. And we looked at some really specific ways to highlight in the form to make sure that happens for people. So over the next coming months, over the next year, there's some really interesting stuff I think I'll be able to roll out in terms of teaching that'll really speak to that. So I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so stay tuned to the blog you'll see these updates, stuff referenced back to the training over the next few months as we go ahead. I'm excited. We've talked a lot with the other instructors about helping each other get classes up and running and trying to be resources for each other when it comes to that. So, hopefully this is a jumping off point for a lot of cool things.